Some people walk into your life by accident. Others are sent. Ji-woo thought she met him by chance, a stranger in the dark, a moment of tension, a harmless flirtation. But the truth, she was chosen, and the man she trusted the most was the most dangerous man in the room. After that call, Ji-woo didn't move. Her phone was still in her hand, but her world had already shifted. The voice echoed in her mind, repeating itself like a warning she couldn't escape. Stay close to him, or you'll regret what happened to your family. That wasn't fear talking anymore. That was control. Slowly, she turned toward him. Director Kang, the man who was supposed to be her boss, the man who had stood in the shadows and let her walk straight into something she didn't understand. But this time, she wasn't looking at him with curiosity. She was looking at him with suspicion. You knew, didn't you? Her voice was sharp, direct, no hesitation. He didn't answer immediately, and that silence said everything. You knew I was being watched, and you still let me walk into this? He stepped closer, calm as ever, like nothing around him could shake him. I didn't let anything happen, he said. I needed to know if you were part of it. That hit her harder than any lie. Not trust, not protection, a test. She let out a quiet, bitter laugh. So I was just a test? His expression hardened slightly. No, you were a risk. The rain around them grew heavier, almost violent now, as if the night itself was reacting to the truth being exposed. You think I'm just a director? He said quietly. Something about the way he said it made her chest tighten. This wasn't going to be simple. There's a reason people don't come after me directly. They don't fight me. They go through people like you. Her breathing slowed, but her thoughts raced. So what are you? He stepped forward into the light, and for the first time there was no distance between who he was and what he showed. I'm the man they've been trying to kill for years. She looked at him again, searching for something, anything that could prove this wasn't true. You knew, she whispered. Say something. Her voice broke, but she didn't care. Tell me I'm wrong. The silence that followed was louder than anything he could have said. It crushed her. Everything from the car park, she said softly, her voice barely holding together. Was that real? That question wasn't about danger anymore. It was about him. He stepped forward, but she stepped back immediately. Don't, she said. Not unless you're finally going to tell me the truth. He exhaled slowly. They were watching you before I was. That wasn't what she expected. I didn't choose you, he continued. They did. Her heart pounded harder. But I decided what to do next. Her eyes locked onto his. And what was that? I kept you close, so they couldn't get to you first. That changed everything. Not manipulation, protection. Twisted, but real. But I had to be sure, he added. Sure you weren't already theirs. Her anger didn't disappear, but it wasn't the only thing she felt anymore, because deep down, she knew he wasn't lying. The voice on the phone returned. Time's up. And suddenly, everything moved. Headlights flashed across the dark space. Doors slammed open. Shadows turned into men. Weapons were raised without hesitation. This wasn't a warning anymore. This was an execution. Step away from him. Ji-woo didn't move, not this time. And Kang? He didn't panic. He smiled, a slow, dangerous smile. Because what they didn't know was that this wasn't their trap. It was his. Gunfire shattered the silence. Chaos erupted instantly. The car park became a battlefield in seconds. But Kang wasn't reacting. He was controlling it. Hidden men emerged from the shadows, precise and calculated. The attackers, confident just moments ago, were overwhelmed almost immediately. Ji-woo stood still, her heart pounding as everything unfolded around her. This wasn't just survival. This was dominance. He had been 10 steps ahead the entire time, and in that moment, she realized something terrifying. He wasn't just part of this world, he ruled it. As the last of the attackers fell, silence slowly returned. But it wasn't peaceful. It never would be. One of the men, barely conscious, let out a weak laugh. "You still don't get it." Ji-woo frowned, stepping slightly forward. "What?" He smiled faintly, blood at the corner of his lips. "This doesn't end here." Then his eyes shifted to Kang. "They're coming for her next." That was the moment everything changed again. Not him, her. She wasn't just involved anymore, she was marked. Days later, the city moved like nothing had happened. People walked, cars passed, life continued. But Ji-woo was no longer the same. She stood outside the same building where everything began. But this time, she understood. Kang stepped beside her. No distance, no lies. "You can walk away," he said, "for real this time." She looked at him for a long moment, then shook her head slowly. "No." A pause. "Because if I walk away, they'll still come after me." She stepped closer. "But if I stay," her eyes locked with his, "I fight." For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then, a small smile appeared on his face. Not amusement, not arrogance, respect, and something deeper. She thought it was just a first-day mistake, a stranger in the dark, a moment that meant nothing. But in the end, it became the moment that changed everything. Because sometimes, the person you shouldn't trust is the only one who can keep you alive. And this wasn't the end. It was only the beginning.